Hello and welcome to Planet X, where extreme sports rule. I'm your host, Crystal Fambrini. Today's show is, of course, packed with extreme action. We're giving you exclusive coverage of the Planet X Winter Games held in Australia. Yes, Australia. You see, here at Planet X, we have no boundaries to where we'll go for the action. Now I just gotta figure out a way to get in on these trips. I mean, come on. Check out what we got coming up. You'll see what I mean. We'll be back with more action right here on the wild world of Planet X.
Planet X is brought to you by Airwalk. Skateboarding is not a sport, it's a way of life. Airwalk. And by Ramp Logic. Use your logic. Ride Ramp Logic.
Right now, we're ripping it up with all the action from the border cross.
This is the view looking down the border cross course from the top of Perishablu's front belly. The helmets are on, ready for the tough competition. The riders are waxing up their boards for maximum speed out of the less than perfect conditions. And the spectators braving the elements to check out the action. That is Mark Cowley getting set up for his race against Rich Hegarty, Nicholas Marjul and Grant Quinn. There is the start.
It looks like Nicholas Marjul got the all-important hole shot. He's out in the lead. That's Richard Hegarty in second and Mark Cowley hot on his heels in third. And Grant Quinn is in fourth position as they go over the first tabletop.
You can see plenty of speed in there already. Vision is very, very poor at this stage. The snow is coming down through those whoop-de-doos, and here is the first tube. Oh, one of the riders has gone down. Who is that, Phil?
That's Nicholas Marjul. He looks like he's got a bit of an elbow on the barrel, losing all his speed as he went up that ramp. So it's Hegarty out in front, Cowley second, over that tabletop towards the bottom of the course.
And Hegarty looks like he's there to stay, securing his spot in the second round. It's Hegarty in first, Cowley second, Grant Quinn came in third, and Nicholas Marjul in fourth.
And here's the replay where you can see Hegarty just pipping Nicholas Marjul in that barrel. He's caught the edge, lost his speed, and he's out of the race.
With 4 people through that, you don't know what's going on. You pretty much just got to get in front and stay in front.
Any sort of spots you got to pay major attention to?
I threw the elbow in quite nicely in the waves, so that's a good one for me.
That's Marnie Yamada psyching out the competition at the top of the course. Jemima Brain is next to her. Sasha Rizzi and Genevieve Harris also in this race.
And that's Sasha Rizzi getting the whole shot position in the lead. It looks like Marnie's in second place. Jemima's third coming in behind her. Oh, no, Jemima's just taken a fall, so Genevieve Harris has taken over third position as they make their way over the first tabletop.
Sasha Rizzi is out in front and looking to stay there. Plenty of speed down through this section of the course.
It's a bit open there in the whoop-de-doos. The end of the barrel, Marnie almost caught up with her, but no, she's still in second. They're pumping their way over the second tabletop through the next series of bank turns. Looks like a walk in the park for Sash.
Yeah, Sasha's out in front and it looks like she's there to stay, but Marnie's coming through, pumping that last tabletop. Through the whoopties, check out the finish line, and Marnie has come through to take out the race.
Sasha's through to second spot, so she also qualifies for that final.
That was really amazing down the bottom part of the course, but let's check out the top where Jemima Brain cops one right there on the ribs, getting all smashed up with heaps of speed into that first turn.
Catching her edge she was. And here's where Marnie overtakes, using her speed as she pumped up that tranny.
Just like a rocket she went through. Sasha Rizzi speed checked at the bottom right before the finish line, leaving it open for Marnie. Back to the top of the course, the next race consisting of Michael Novotny, Andrew Burton, Stuart Johnstone and Darren Powell.
Riders ready! 5-second warning! And they're away. It looks like Darren Powell's got the whole shot. He's the one on the hard boots going into that corner first on the right. That's Michael Novotny, the Czech rider, in second place, and Stu Johnson taking a dip in that first corner.
Well, the all-important first corner taking another victim. But Darren Powell on the hard boots is out in front, the clear leader at the moment.
That's it. Darren Powell is 2 times world's fastest snowboarder. Loves his hard boots. We've got a new competitor, Michael Novotny, this year, and Andrew Burton having another strong day.
All the men making it through the wave. The hard booter skipping out almost on the landing of that tabletop, but now down through the surf-style turns and the berms.
It's getting tight. They're pumping down the course as they approach the finish line. And it looks like, yeah, Darren's been pipped by both Andrew Burton and Michael Novotny.
Check that out again, right at the line. Darren Powell leads the race from top to bottom, and Michael Novotny and Andrew Burton pip him at the post. We'll be back with more board-across action later in the show.
Stay with us. Planet X.
Ready to meet snowboarder Tora Bright? She's at the top of her game and is set on making the Olympics. And get this, she just started snowboarding 4 years ago. So let's hear from her how she became so good in such a short amount of time.
I'm Tora Bright, I'm from Coombe, New South Wales, and I'm 14 years of age. I got involved in snowboarding about 3-4 years ago, and it was just a bad season. Just decided to strap on the snowboard and went from there. My greatest inspiration would have to be my older sister, Rowena. She's a ski racer and just admire how she is so dedicated to her sport and how she goes about with everything. I love snowboarding because I love being in the air and also the speed. My favourite trick would have to be probably the backside 540 that I did in the big air. I just love the feeling of spinning. To be the best at your sport, you need to have the commitment and also you need to have the talent for what you're doing. And just to be able to have fun with it also. My best memory of this sport would have to be this year at the Junior Worlds in Italy. I came third in the halfpipe there, and it was just such fun just hanging out with all the other snowboarders. They're really great girls. I like them a lot, and we all help each other along. One day I'd like to go to the Olympics in snowboarding. The thing I'd fear the most in snowboarding is the pipe, actually. You could just land on the coping and acid drop in to the bottom of the pipe, break your neck, do whatever. But we all just still go out there and ride the pipe, not really thinking about that, but in the back of my mind, you know, there's always a little something there. With the big air, the only fear that I have is really not making the gap and landing on the knuckle, doing something to my knees, but otherwise I love it. I definitely see the limits of my sport being pushed a lot further. Just every day pretty much there's guys and girls that are just taking it a lot further, and this year the girls have really pushed it and it's been excellent. I train pretty much every day in the halfpipe and sometimes get on the big air, and there I practice my tricks. But because I'm doing correspondence, and so that allows me to get on the snow every morning and snowboard and then go back and do my schoolwork in the afternoon, or try to do it in the afternoon. Winning to me is important, not necessarily a competition, but just making sure that you're having fun, and if you're having fun, you're usually winning. So just got to go out there and have fun.
I'm Chris Booth, I'm 13 years old. Just came off a win at the Red Bull Backcountry Snow Jam, and I just got second at the X Games Big Air yesterday. Well, the first time I ever skied was, I think I was just 3 years old, I think. I remember just always coming down weekends whenever it was good, and just skiing around with my parents and my sister. It's probably more home-like than anywhere else I've ever stayed, including home back in Sydney. This is my sister Zoe. She rips. She's 6 skier. The head girls in the Big Air and the X Games. She'd be first in it. This is my mum, Louise. She's awesome. Mum and Dad have always been really keen to ski themselves, not just bring us up here, but they've always brought us along to everything, like all the ski tests for the shop and everything they've gone to, like, which is snow oriented. We've kind of gone along with them. Well, I kind of do two things at the moment. I kind of do the traditional freestyle, which is a little bit more serious, put a bit more time into it probably, and that's just like moguls because it's an Olympic sport. And but the new thing is like half pipe and big air, and that I'm kind of doing a little better in that. Yeah, most of the competitions, like the new freeride type comps, I usually look forward to because they have money and it's really fun, and all the crews there it's not really that competitive. Everyone's kind of just there to do their stuff and kind of have fun. Always just been skiing around with older people, like the older locals from around here. And Candide yesterday, I didn't beat him, I wish I did, but I think he kicked our butts. Like he scored, beat us by 5 points. I've always looked up to them a whole bunch, and it's kind of cool when you can compete with them and do well against them.
Yeah, thank goodness you have to show ID to get into the pub. If this is all that ever happens in his whole life, he's had his moment of fame, and I think that's so special. Lots of people never find anything that they love or anything they're good at, and I think they're just really lucky to have found something that that they really enjoy, that we all really enjoy.
Yeah, I kind of want to make a career of it all, so it's kind of the way I want it to go. I've always kind of thought of having a job, but I think skiing is going to kind of do it for me for my life, hopefully.
I'd say that Chris Booth, better known as Champion Kid, definitely has a huge skiing career in front of him. And you can bet that Planet X will be along for the ride. More of our Winter Games action is heading your way, only here on Planet X. It's time to get back to our Winter Games Bordercross event and find out who takes home the Planet X gold.
Serious racing wax being applied to the board for every inch of speed at the top of the Bordercross course. The guys strapping in right now, getting prepared and heading towards the finals. This is the business end of things, and the weather is not letting up. It is coming on strong and visibility is very poor. We've got John Fletcher, Shay Paxton, Rich Hegarty and Mark Cowley out of the gates.
It's a tight tussle out of the lead. Looks like that's Mark Cowley and Shay Paxton both tussling for first spot. Shay gets the whole shot. And that's John Fletcher in third and Richard Hegarty hot on his heels.
This is the serious end of things, and these boys are going flat out right now into the whoops. Check it out, clearing them in one jump, straight through the wave and powering down the course.
Yeah, it's tight, it's close. They're all hammering away. That's Shay still on the lead, but Mark, he wants victory. He's chasing him, they're catching up.
Yeah, Shay Paxton still holding out the lead. Mark Cowley is coming on strong towards the finish line. Oh, who could call that one? A photo finish right there. We'll have to check it out again.
Mark taking first. Here we are with the barrel shot. As Mark's second there, there's John Fletcher and Richard Hegarty right behind him. Now here's where Mark catches up and he overtakes Shay. On that landing, he's pumped it. And there's John Fletcher on the left. He almost comes through for second spot. Unfortunately, he misses out in the final, so it's Shay and Mark Cowley through.
For Planet X Gold, this is the final of the women's Bordercross. Emily Thomas, Kaori Mitsui, Marnie Yamada and Sasha Rizzi.
And away they go. Looks like Sasha's got the whole shot. She secures the lead, and that's Marnie from America and Kaori, the Japanese competitor, tussling for second spot. Emily Thomas is in fourth. Sasha's still out in front, looking good. It's a pretty tight race there, Mick.
Yeah, Kaori took it wide but managed to slot herself into third position. Sasha is holding on strong. Oh no, here comes Marnie over the whoops and straight through the wave. She's taken first position.
Marnie's chosen a good line through those whoop-de-doos before the barrel. They're the all-important. She's overtaken Sash. Oh, and there goes Sasha Rizzi. Looks like Emily Thomas and her have collided.
Yeah, we'll check that out in a replay at the minute, but all attention is out in front with Marnie Yamada taking out Planet X Gold. What a move through the wave there to take it from second to first off Sasha Rizzi. Let's check it out one more time.
There they go, they're all four of them bunched together. Sasha goes wide on the right, giving Marnie that whole shot into the barrel.
And Marnie Yamada straight lining it through the barrel to snatch Planet X Gold off Sasha Rizzi.
I'm speaking here with Marnie Yamada. You've just won the women's Bordercross. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very nice.
Is that all? Just very nice? Show some emotion.
Woo! I'm stoked.
There are only 4 riders fast enough to make it through to the finals of the men's Bordercross competition. They are Mark Cowley, Shay Paxton, Quentin Robbins and Damo Liddy.
And away they go out of the gates. Looks like Shay Paxton's got that whole shot. Quentin and Cowley are hustling for second. So Mark's in second spot now. Quentin Robbins third. Damo Liddy's in fourth. Over the big tabletop. And Shay's still in the lead, but Mark coming undone there.
Well, plenty of speed by these boys. Looked like Mark Cowley overshot the landing. But Shay Paxton with plenty of speed through the wave over the next tabletop.
And that's Quentin Robbins then going into second spot. Damo's in third. Mark's in fourth. Shay way out in front, looking good.
Surfing around Damo Liddy, punching out some style in the back, but it's speed that counts. And Shay Paxton takes out Planet X Gold in the men's board across final.
Yeah, Mick, Shay leading all the way from the gate for that one. Now, as we check back here in the replay, looks like, yeah, Shay's in the lead, and you can see Mark just catching an edge there, so he's given up all chance of a medal.
And that leaves the course open for Shay Paxton to cruise down and claim victory.
And the winner of the men's board across Planet X Winter Games, Shay Paxton.
How was the level of competition up there today?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was a really fast course. Lots of technical things involved in the course, so it really tested out people's ability.
And in first place, Marty Yamada. Yeah.
How hard was it to beat those three other girls in the final?
They're all really good riders. It's really good to get a chance to ride against Australian girls, so it was fun. I'm stoked to compete with all of them.
Shay Paxton taking out the men's gold medal, while the women's gold goes to Mani Yamada.
If you haven't heard, we want you on our Planet X team. All you gotta do is surf over to planetxtv.com and sign up. You can post your picture, meet and chat with friends, and find out more info on your favorite extreme sport. Coming up, we're heading into the XY Zone to take a look into the world of cool cars and more. Stay with us, right here on Planet X.
Stay with us. Planet X will be right back.
It's all the same. Leave me. I thought that I could see into the future, foolish me. You were book I'd read it. If you were word I've said it. If you were a song I've sung it. For all that you are I've done it. If you were a dream I dreamt it. Just let it ride right I've said it. I know anything and everything about you. Living here trapped in this deja vu.
Welcome back to Planet X. We're in the XY Zone, and we're here with Lee Chestnut, founder of LMC Records. He's going to tell us what's going on with the local music scene here in San Diego. You're a big part of it.
Thanks for having me here today, Crystal.
Yeah.
We're excited at the record label. We're finally making some headway with our band Off by One, which released a record in August 6th actually. And we're selling decent quantities of records kind of all over the country right now. Without hardly any airplay, any radio play.
What kind of music do they play, Off by One?
Well, they're a rock punk band or a punk rock band, you know, but they're really pushing a new direction in sound. It's I would say more commercial punk rock. Avril Lavigne is very big right now. The producers that did Off by One also produced Avril Lavigne at the same time frame. So and the band. The lead singer of the band and Avril Lavigne were really good friends, actually. Avril's wearing his jacket on her album cover.
Oh, you know, wow.
So they were very close for a while.
That's awesome. And they just finished up with the Warped Tour, right?
That was last summer. They finished up like the 20th of August. That was an intense introduction to their debut, you know. The band basically started out performing under our label the 1st of June. had a few weeks to get ready, and at the end of June they were right onto the Warped Tour, did almost 50 dates, traveling all over, and performed on the Drive-Thru record stage, which we appreciate their support at Drive-Thru, letting Off by One play.
Now, this group, they grew up in San Diego?
Yeah. Actually, I've known the bass player, Jordan Brownwood, since he was a toddler. It's just kind of unusual that it came together like that.
Yeah.
You know?
So how did LMC Records start?
Well, I kind of have a background in music myself, and you know, I'm sort of one of those middle-aged guys that wished he could have made it himself, you know? So back 20-some years ago, I was trying to make it in the music scene and decided I needed to get a real job. So I went into real estate and did well in that, you know, made enough progress in that to the point where I could start doing other things. And I was able to start pursuing a passion that I've always had in my life, which is good, solid music. And through relationships that like I said, I've known Jordan since he was a toddler. So through natural relationships that I've had, I ended up discovering amazing talent. And things kind of converged where I was able to start really investing in that talent, and before long I realized that I had the makings of a record label.
Now, are there many, I'm not too familiar with this, are there many record labels around San Diego area? Or?
There are no major record labels in San Diego. Obviously, I think there are 5 major labels. There's an independent label, Surf Dog, up in Leucadia or something like that. I think we're kind of breaking new territory with this. We're excited about that.
That's neat. And are you guys constantly looking for new people to sign, or how does that work if people are interested?
We are interested in discovering great talent, but we're also interested in being committed to the talent we already have. And we believe in the talent that Off by One has, and we believe we can take it to the goal line, you know. So our focus is very defined, very specific. We get solicitations all the time on music. We're not seriously looking at that right now because we want to prove ourselves with Off by One. You know, so once Off by One makes it to the level that we feel they're what I'll call is commercially viable, then we can open the opportunity to looking at more talent, which you know, I have a few other projects definitely kind of on the horizon that are out there that I've heard about and stuff like that.
Well, I heard Off by One was even surpassing your expectations with that Midwest concert or something?
Absolutely. You know, it's exciting to see a band start from being completely unknown. These are guys that graduated from high school last May or June, actually.
Wow.
3 out of 4.
They're that young.
They're very young. And, you know, completely from the beginning, you know, right out of high school. And now it's in November, they played a show in the Midwest. I don't even know really where it was because I don't pay attention to all the detail all that well.
Too much going on.
Yeah, well, I have other people doing that, you know. But it was incredible to find out that they ended up selling 3 to 4 times as many tickets as anyone expected for the show. They made money on the show. They don't have any radio support. They just have an amazing groundswell happening for the band. You know, they were talking about driving down the road in this small town and people recognizing them and trying to stop them on the road.
Yeah.
That's no joke.
That's
you know,
amazing.
so that tells me something's happening.
Awesome.
I see Mark right there. That's one of the reasons. He's a great front man. So anyway.
Cool. Well, I look forward to checking them out more. Are they going to be coming back to San Diego to play soon, or? They're
on tour right now, and they're gonna play right up until Christmas. They'll be home for what I usually think is going to be a couple weeks. It always ends up getting to be cut short. They end up going out earlier than I think. But every time they're in town, they're playing somewhere. You know, so they want to play every day if they can, which is amazing to me. I keep telling them, slow down, get some rest, you know, make sure. But they said, no, we're in it to play, we want to play. So definitely be watching for Off by One on the local stages because they play anytime they're in town.
Awesome. Well, let's check it out. Here's Off by One's first music video, exclusively shown on Planet X, called Deja Vu. Now we're going into the XY zone with our own auto expert, Tom Delaney.
The new 2003 Pontiac Sunfire Coupe.
Machines have time to think.
Now we're going into the XY zone with our own auto expert, Tom Delaney.
The new 2003 Pontiac Sunfire Coupe has a new look for its front and rear styling. The new nose has a sharper, bird-like appearance that gives it a hawkish, predatory look with larger, sharper-edged headlamps. But most importantly, GM has decided to offer the Ecotech 2.3-liter, 4-cylinder, all-aluminum, dual overhead cam 16-valve engine as standard equipment, which makes 140 horsepower. It also offers better fuel consumption and lower exhaust emissions. This engine replaces the old iron block that only made 115 horsepower. The 2003 Sunfire is highly competitive, offering consumers more horsepower, improved handling, and its sportiest styling yet. Looking higher up the GM ladder, we also had fun with the Cadillac CTS. The CTS's design is contemporary but still maintains elements of Cadillac's heritage. The CTS is a big improvement over the Catera it replaced. Standard on CTS are anti-lock four-wheel disc brakes, traction control, leather upholstery, and GM's OnStar assistance system. The V-shaped egg crate grille has been an element of Cadillac design for decades. The stacked headlamps and tail lamps have also been Cadillac design elements since the 60s. Speaking of the 60s, the 0 to 60 is a brief 6.9 seconds because of the 3.2-liter dual overhead cam V6 that produces 220 horsepower. It's rumored that next year there will be a high-performance CTS V stuffed with a 5.7-liter V8 making 350 to 400 horsepower. This is Tom Delaney for the XY Zone.
Thanks, Tom. Well, this show is a wrap. I'm Crystal Fambrini, and I'll see you next time, right here on Planet X.
Planet X is brought to you by Airwalk. Skateboarding is not a sport, it's a way of life. Airwalk. And by Ramp Logic. Use your logic. Ride Ramp Logic.